next is bahamut, then filler, then Odin first half, then filler, then Odin second half, then filler, then Ultima? Oh my gosh, you can't be serious. Ah! Well, at least it's mostly combat, apparently.
About what?
I've 2 dresses that need stitching, but I haven't got.
Are you serious?
Those girls' rags are so.
I need 2 dresses that need stitching?
And we most certainly cannot have that. You wouldn't want the poor.
I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. I do not care. You want me to stitch 2 dresses for you? 2 dresses for you? I could split mountains. I took down Titan and Benedicta. I've had a round with Typhon. I've seen Ultimalius with my eyes. And you want me to go stitch 2 dresses for you? Do we not have slaves in the hideaway, man? Can we get them to do the work? Clive, you are the ruler of a rebellion, a revolution. You are pushing a young nation. You have 2 dominants up your arse. You have Jill and you. You got a crazy crew. And you talk about some stitch me 2 dresses? Talking about some, I need some new fabric for my ladies. Shut up. That is, okay. I'm like ragging on it, but jeez, you're buying them? Even worse. Then you could send someone out to do it too. How are you liking the game? So okay, Mr. Clive's Awakening. I know you jumped in when I was like doodling on the game. But I do like this game. It's like an 8.5 right now. Though it'll probably drop to 8 flat after this. The more the game makes me hunt around for filler stuff, the worse it gets. Actually, how do I feel about this filler thing? I need to articulate my thoughts properly on this. You're the only guy with fast travel besides it's for Jill? There's some value in that then. It's crazy how much I like 16 as a game and as a Final Fantasy, but it's some of the worst side quest ever, and I played all the Final Fantasies. 15 is more annoying. That is crazy. That is crazy. If it feels bad, then it is. I guess, yeah, Brandon, it's a good point, but
Look, I found the river.
let me try to articulate my problems with Final Fantasy 16 filler, because I'll say Nier Automata has that one really. It is filler too, but that it comes with a giant asterisk to where the filler is almost not even filler anymore. So let me explain what I mean. So, Final Fantasy 16 filler is bad. I understand, because I understand what they want to do. There needs to be some form of cooldown after giant events in the story, but I don't think this is how you do it.
Sorry to keep you.
Better late. I've had a quick scout about, and I don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do, but if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants,
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
we shall.
You see, the point of cooldown after big giant moments is so the story stays suspenseful. If it's just straight action, doesn't hold. Straight action makes for a generally not very good story structure, unless it's like the end of the game or the very beginning of the game. So the problem is, I made a note about this in my My Hero video, but you can have cooldown sections that progress the story. Not necessarily just that. You need to make the viewer care about what they're going through. You can have something be required, but if there's no motion or momentum behind it, then it doesn't matter. So let me try to make this point clear. Let's say I don't know, we need to go help her name is Mid, right? Let's say we need to go help Mid. We need to go help Mid create a workshop so we can help her get a boat. So then we can go help her, say, I don't know, use the boat to get to Bahamut. This is the problem. The way that the boat and Mid's whole thing is presented to you has no further momentum behind it. In a world where we're trying to destroy the mother crystals, take down whatever icons come across our way, Joshua, Ultima, all of the puzzle pieces coming together, multiple chess pieces being thrown across multiple sides of the story. You've got rooks with Joshua going along. He's got a bishop tied with him. That's Ultima. You've got multiple other nations trying to beef with you. You've got the kingdom of Waloed making extremely odd motions. You've got Sleipnir rescuing Hugo for no apparent reason. You've got Barnabas watching us destroy Titan. We don't know what he's up to. It's so intriguing. You've got so many moving parts of the plot that you can very easily create potency out of. The friction between the story is very little. You can make multiple things in the story complement each other. All the moving pieces makes for a very frictionless, high potency story like Game of Thrones, at least the early parts of Game of Thrones. But the problem is, when you introduce something like, oh, we need to build a workshop for Mid. Why do we have to do it? I don't know. I know we care for Mid, but why can't we send someone else to do it? It doesn't really make any sense. Oh well, but there's no momentum behind it. We're just doing it because I guess that we like her. But in a story that with so much tension going around on so many sides, you can't have something so micro be the center of attention, and in this case 2 hours being the center of attention. You can't do that. That's why it feels boring. Even if it is productive, it still feels boring. It's a critical point against the writing process. Now the thing is, you can have this done in multiple ways and still have it be fine. Instead, if Mid said, hey, we need to go use this ship to go fight Bahamut. Okay, but we don't have the ship. Okay, so we need to go to this point, and this point. Got it. So the differences are you can have something you can have an activity like this be fun as long as there is quality content inside of it. I'm not necessarily against it. But the thing is, when you have oh wait, okay, let me see class adult animations. I want to see this shit. Come here, I don't have missions. Yeah. So the thing is, where was I at? The way FF16 does it is just like makes you run around the open world, which is I don't think it's very well designed. I don't think it's very good either. But I don't know. I haven't really experienced it much. I certainly think it's a little weird that when you're running to fight Garuda, there's a bunch of enemies on the way that I thought it was supposed to kill. I'm engaging with the open world, but it punishes me for fighting the boss because you have less heals and everything. But it's a minor point. I'm not. It's just a whatever complaint. Bahamut isn't across the sea. Bahamut is in the Dominion. Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying this as a placeholder thing. I don't actually know if you need to go across the sea to fight Bahamut. I'm just saying, what if he's there? I'm saying the story needs to set tension and an actual purpose for me to go do something. The story's setting up nothing. That's the problem. The story's setting up nothing, and it constantly repeats this critical issue where it sets almost zero momentum for me to care about something. That's why it feels so bad to drag your feet along with the floor. I don't even know if I would say exposition. It's not even really exposition. Forced events like this, if the viewer doesn't care about something, which I don't really care about something, then that's a failure on the story's part. One, building ships has been a staple in Final Fantasy games. It doesn't matter if it's a staple in Final Fantasy games. If the content is bad, then the content is bad. I don't care how much history and lineage you have behind it. If it's boring and filler, then it's boring and filler. It's a poor point of writing. Give me my Stardust.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
Oh my gosh. But look, with the actual Final Fantasy 16 like filler side content stuff, there is, I don't want to say it's completely worthless because that'd be disingenuous. There definitely is some value to be had with stuff like this. You have stuff that where you branch off, talking to Gav, talking to Otto, you know, talking to Blackthorn, talking to Charon. Like there is definitely stuff to be noted that does expand on the characters. I'm not necessarily like against it off like its inherent value, because I do think it is valuable to build your cast in some way. But still, the thing is, a lot of the way that it's executed is, I don't think there's something that's not done in it to where how do I articulate this? I guess I just don't enjoy most of the content inside it, I guess. I'm not sure. There's some notable points of there are some notable points of like actual writing stuff going on. But I just don't find it enjoyable, I think. It might just be a me thing because you just don't enjoy something sometimes, but there are also reasons you can point toward it. Yeah, I think that's my fully stretched out problem with FF16 filler. You low-key need to not make a statement till later because you'll be proven wrong about almost all of those things. I mean, if all of these filler side stuff does lead to something within the main story, then yeah, sure, it's fine. I'll be proven wrong about it within the actual value of the content. But, I mean, still, there is nothing you can do to rewrite the point in the game where there's zero momentum or actual push going on with this. Once I'm 50% of the way through the game can't rewrite time in the earlier parts of the story. If there's no momentum and there's zero interest for earlier parts of the game can't undo that. If you set something in motion with zero momentum from the beginning, that's going to be a critical point against whatever happens. Even if it is rewarding at the end later, it doesn't change the fact that the beginning is still boring. There is nothing the game can do to change that. Even if it does pay off later, it does make up for it. It does not rewrite it. You're welcome, Gav.
That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey,
You want to chat? What's up, bro?
feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is.
That is true, actually. Yeah, I've had a lot more involvement pre-time skip.
Feel the strain? Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on. You can take a day off, you know.
Nah, we don't take days off.
Time behind enemy lines.
Well, because you keep sending me there.
My bad, yo.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going.
Thank you.
See if
Little
I'm not
dog.
gonna have a home to come back to. Thanks to you. Right, that's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Sick.
Right.
Ready to go home, boy.
To go home, boy.
Ow! Alright. I feel like the start of the game had a correct amount of pace when it comes to in between big moments. I didn't mind it the first time because it was something new. So when it's new, it's like, okay, yeah, cool. But you know, once you kind of get into the groove of the game, it's like you kind of get what's going on, how it makes you feel. Now, see, the thing with Gav there is interesting. This is the thing. So the conversation with Gav is a good thing. It's value added to both characters, whereas you don't really, as of recent times with all this shit happening with fucking Hugo and Titan, that whole, I guess, saga going on, you don't really have too many valuable interactions with them. So stuff like this is good. Like the actual, like some of the character building moments that can happen with the actual filler side quest stuff can be good. I'm not denying that. I did say that in my original explanation, but as I said at the beginning, the original momentum and point and the reason why you're going on this is still boring. If you get kicked in the nuts and then someone gives you antibiotics for getting kicked in the nuts, well, thanks for giving me the antibiotics, but it was still, I still got kicked in the nuts at the beginning. And I'm not saying it's nearly as bad as a kick in the nuts, nor am I saying it's a kick in the nuts to the player or anything like that.
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs.
I'm saying it's not interesting as a start, and very rarely do I feel fulfilled and it being a proper usage of time. I do understand what you're saying, Clive's Awakening, about I guess looking at things from I guess from the final view, because there are some things where you need to, I guess, look at it from a bigger picture, then it does make more sense. So I do get that much, because it definitely can pay off story-wise, but you also need to remember that the viewer, you can't have something seem trash in a story or make the viewer feel like they're dragging their feet and then it feels like it's paid off later. You can have subtle build-up and more calm moments, still be quality compelling writing. The actual general writing and stuff that goes on, I don't think is actually bad or anything. It's just the way it's placed, when it's placed, the actual activities done, and as I said, it's the momentum issue. There's no real reason for me to actually care about what I'm doing until later, rather than now. It makes it just seems like something, I guess, partially of what the story fails to set up. If you had a story where the character just randomly goes from place to place, but as an ultimate goal, it feels very flip-flop and arbitrary. Imagine when Luffy tries to go find the One Piece, which is what he's trying to do, become the Pirate King. Imagine Luffy just says, "No, I'm gonna go walk into this restaurant for 40 episodes. Okay, now let's go fight Big Mom. Okay, now let's just go, go jump into this whale because I feel like it, Laboon. Okay, now we're gonna spend here for 20 episodes. Oh, what? I found a road poneglyph in the whale? Well, that's good. But Luffy, where the fuck did you jump into the whale?"
All right, Clive.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to sound like I hate the game or anything, but it's just
Got everything you need.
that's my issue with the game. I hope you can definitely make this rewarding and seem valuable, because right now it actually isn't that bad. I don't think it's actually bad at all, actually. It's like mid. But still, it's an issue I have with the game. I'm like, what, after Titan? That has to be a significant point in the game. The game's run through a bunch of dirt already, so I don't think it can take it out.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Yay. Dude, I'm not comparing One Piece to Final Fantasy 16. I'm making the analogy that imagine. I'm trying to make something make sense. Put it into perspective about arbitrary, random, flip-floppy decisions.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Why are you doing all the side stuff for everyone around Velistia? Because you're Sid, that's why a big responsibility. I do get that. Sid should be helping people out. That's what was good about Liquid Flame. Jill said that she had to go kill the guy who made her go through all the terrible things. That is not a part of Clive's mission. Clive's mission is to destroy the Mother Crystals. This is about Jill. And Clive willingly embarks on a mission to help Jill. He's doing, like, that's a thing he doesn't have to do, but he still agrees to it anyway because we care about Jill. You can have optional things be compelling still, but it just doesn't do it that, like, frequently enough, I guess, or I guess in a way that I care about. Now, I'm fine with doing stuff like this here and there. Like if Blackthorn got kidnapped and we had to go rescue him, okay, yeah, there you go. Then I'm fine with having main story stuff be like that because then I care. But still, it's I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, actually, another thing. I don't want to say this is like a flaw within the writing because I'm not even sure how I'd approach